Welcome back, everyone. It's Caleb with Red Racing Industries. Now we're in episode 34 of racing every single track and every single car inside of Gran Turismo 7. As I stated before, this is going to be quite a series. And as of right now, I've got like 63, 64 subscribers. So I want to say thank you to everybody on Red Racing Industries that have joined the channel so far. Now, I also have Caleb Red Official, where we have over 4,000 subscribers, so I want to thank everybody else from there as well. Now, checking out both channels, I try to bring content every single day. Every single day, I'm posting content. So today, we're episode 34. We're going to be going to, in my opinion, a kind of boring track. It's just not my ideal favorites. And if you've watched up to this point, you kind of know already. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive right in. I won't spoil it up until at least we get to the track. So here we go, trying to get everything loaded as quick as possible. I gotta say, the way I hop into this chair probably isn't the greatest, but because I just kind of like flopped in it. Anyway, episode 34, 35. I think it's 34. Yeah, episode 34. I'm racing every single track and every single car inside of Gran Turismo 7. Oh, nice. I was just reading the little news down here. Let's go ahead, go over to World Circuits. We're going to be heading over to, like I said, my opinion, a boring track. So, Northern Isle Speedway. When I first started driving with Gran Turismo, so we'll be going 10 laps because it's like nothing, it's super short. When I first started driving Gran Turismo, this was the only track I could play because I bought the game, but I did not have access to the internet. Now, because I said that this was boring, does not mean I can do it, because I know there is a challenge that comes with racing oval tracks, along with the overtakes and the accidents and so on and so forth, and the wall riding. I know that happens as well. Now, coming around, there we go. Okay, I have to overtake one. Yeah, I don't find it very entertaining to drive in a circle. I went to one NASCAR race, kind of local, the Ally 400 a few years ago. I got some great photos. That was amazing. But it's just not my thing, personally. I mean, left turn, left turn, left turn. I know it's more than that, I promise. I know there's drafting, and it's very exciting for a lot of people. I know it can also be mentally draining. I mean, it's gotta be. Just doing this all day for hours on end until they say time to pit or something. But hey, once again, that's my opinion. It does hurt turning. I'm not gonna lie, especially as you turn up the settings. Now I'm over here almost passing people. Bye, Aston. I just wrecked him so hard I didn't even say I passed him. I honestly, actually, I don't know if they even show after you pass. We're gonna find out again though, because we got literally 3 laps to pass another few cars. And these mediums are doing pretty well. With me flat out, I have not put my foot on the brake, or, okay, I should have. On the brake or let off the throttle. Yeah, I'm passing the Lotus and nothing. I think it's a Lotus. Now I'm in 13th, y'all. Something's wrong with the game. I'm kidding. Now that I've lapped 11th place. Oh, he's trying. I'm keeping him on the inner wall. There I go, passing him. Okay, we got 1.5 laps left. I mean, like, this entire thing is taking, like, what it would take us 2 laps on other tracks. It's just silly. Now, what would be awesome, obviously they have Daytona International. But if they would add other oval tracks that you can get higher speeds on, but I don't know if I really care about that. We'll be hitting Daytona soon, literally within a few days. So we'll be able to see all that. Now I gotta figure out what kind of photo I want for the thumbnail. Because I always use anything that I'm using within the track, aside from cinematic, I like to keep whatever's in the video as part of the thumbnail. Because I want you to see it. Now it is but anyway, I'm getting exhausted. I will see y'all on the next